Hello, I'm Matt Pauli, Technical Specialist with CHS Agronomy. I'm out here in one of our fertilizer locations looking at in-furrow treatments on corn. What we're trying to evaluate here are different starter fertilizer treatments and their effect on early growth. And we'll take this trial to yield also to see what the result is on final yield. But the reason behind why we want to look at early season growth and canopy characteristics at this stage is if we can get off to a better start. Actually at this V6 timing, this corn is getting into the V6 stage of growth. If we can influence that, we can really determine if we can pull another 2 rows around. That gives us more kernels per cob. If we can go into grain fill with more kernels on the cob, our odds of increasing yield increase dramatically. But this is a key stage here to determine that number of kernels on the cob. So having the proper nutrition and fertility up front really leads to good grain fill and kernel number at the end of the season. We're looking at NPK fertilizers with Levosol ZN, NPK fertilizers with Levosol ZN and Unlocked. The nice part about having Unlocked in this trial is it's a plant growth regulator, but it really gets a plant off to a nice start. We see that early season, that root mass be bigger. And the reason why we want that root mass bigger, as we increase population, higher populations drive down root mass. So as we add Unlocked, we try to increase that root mass. If we can increase that root mass, we increase uptake in that key starter fertilizer zone, which is key to development, not only what we see now, but what we see really from tasseling all the way through grain fill, trying to get the plant through the season as stress-free as possible. The other starter fertilizer treatments are really the basis for a good fertility program. And in a lot of cases, growers are really trying to pencil, is it worthwhile having starter fertilizer? Well, a lot of these treatments will tell you yes, because you can definitely pick out the untreated check where you don't have starter fertilizer. The plants are a leaf stage to a half a leaf stage behind. They don't have as good as color, and their early season growth isn't as prolific as what we see with the starter fertilizer treatments. But as we look at these plants here, we're really kind of coming off. The seminal roots here are starting to fade away. We're seeing that nodal root development, and as we progress here, probably a little after the brace roots starting to form, and the plants will start setting up for the rest of the season here. But this is a real nice stage to be out here looking at, kind of that transition stage from the corn really starting to stretch out. Our growing point is starting to come above the surface here, and we're starting to see that internodal elongation at this time of the season. So we'll follow this trial and take it to yield. But it's really neat looking at all these different treatments side by side out at this location. Thank you.